Hi everyone, it's Kylie from Painted Wing. In today's video, I'm going to be painting some reptiles with some Schmincke super granulating paints. The set that I got is the desert set. I was drawn to the set because I really like the earth tones that it comes with. It comes with desert orange, desert yellow, desert brown, desert green, and desert gray. Before I begin painting the reptiles, I'm going to swatch out these colors. I'm going to start off with desert orange. I'm adding a little extra pigment to the desert orange. And now I'm going to test out the desert yellow. I'm using a wash brush to test out these colors. I'm creating large swatches to really see what these colors look like. And in this corner I'm going to dab in some extra color as well. And the next we got desert brown. And the next color is desert green. I thought this was the most interesting color in the set. I'm adding some saturated pigment over here. And the final color is desert gray. And then lastly, I'm going to splash in some water to create some blooms. I'm adding this to my swatches because I use this technique a lot in my paintings. And then I'm going to allow those to dry. And then here's the dried results. The first painting that I'm going to create is of a snake. I'm going to start painting the body of desert yellow. And then I'm going to add some desert orange. And then I'm going to create an abstract background. And then after that first layer dries, I'm going to start working on some details. For these paintings, I won't exclusively be using the super granulating paints. I'm going to be mixing them with some regular paints. For the spot here, I'm starting with desert yellow, and then some desert brown, and then some of the desert gray. And I'm also going to add some Payne's gray for some really dark details. And I'm just going to continue making spots with these colors. So for this painting, I mainly used the desert orange, the desert yellow, the desert brown, and the desert gray. And I also add yellow ochre, burnt sienna, Payne's gray, and sap green. And then there's the final results of the snake. For this next painting, I'll be creating an iguana, and I won't be using quite as much of these pigments. Instead, I'm using the colors to create a subtle variation into my washes. So here I'm adding a little desert orange to my green paint. So you'll notice as I create these washes, I'm dabbing in just slight amounts of desert orange and desert yellow. And after creating the wash, I'm going to go add some details on top of it. If you want to paint this iguana with me, I'll have a full tutorial next month on Patreon. I also might post another video showing how I created some of the details on the skin. few splatters, and then there's the final results of the iguana. And the final reptile I'll be painting is a turtle. For this one, I'm also going to be creating an abstract background first. I'm going to start by adding that desert yellow, and then add hints of desert orange to it. And to brighten up the yellow a bit more, I'm going to mix a little bit of cadmium yellow into it. And then allow that to dry. Now I'm going to start working on the rest of the turtle. And just painting the details right on top of that wash. I'm using pretty saturated pigment to add a lot of contrast. If you like this turtle, I do have a similar painting in my upcoming watercolor book, 30-Minute Watercolor Animals. I'll have the pre-order link in the description of the video. For the shell, I'll be using quite a few super granulating paints. I'll be using some desert gray, some desert brown, and then even some desert yellow. I also added little hints of Payne's gray and blue. And I just need some spots on my turtle. And then I'm going to create some details on the shell. And then there's the final results of the turtle. I really enjoy using these super granulating paints because I like using a lot of texture in my paintings. I also enjoyed finding inspiration in just the color palette. I thought the desert-inspired paints really fit well with these dry-skinned animals. I did create a previous video on the super granulating tundra set by Schmincke. With that said, I ended up creating a series of African wildlife. If there's any other products or paints you'd like me to test in the future, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye now.